Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this prayerful pause with the pastor, a time to think of something greater than ourselves. I'm not sure what we're going to be thinking about today because my mind is sort of wandering all around. I have one of those mornings, I'm wondering if you ever have them, where you're lying there and you're not asleep, but you're not yet awake either. Or you're awake. It's not like twilight sleep. It's not like when you go to the doctor to have a procedure or whatever and you're kind of out of it and you're not aware and you don't remember anything. As wonderful as that state might be sometimes. It's not that. It's when you're awake, you're fully aware, your eyes are closed, and your body just wants to stay there and sleep, or stay there and lie there and not move, or just rest. And as I was lying there, I was thinking about, of course, I have the news on. That's another story. It is an occupational hazard for ministers to have to listen to the news. And when you grew up in a household where your parents were really newsaholics to begin with, it's a dangerous combination. But so I'm lying there with the news on and I'm listening, but I'm really aware of the sounds outside and inside the house and my thoughts and lining out my day. But I just don't feel like moving. And I decided as I was lying there that that's where a lot of us are, I think, right now in terms of society and our culture. Getting out and about, often without masks, at least in this part of the country. Um, I see few people with masks now because our numbers are so low, not because we don't wear masks. I think all of the people that I know have been fully vaccinated, one exception. Um, but I think it's where we are as a nation, and possibly as a church community, as the larger church, and possibly in our own lives. We are somewhere between fully asleep and fully awake, or somewhere in that spectrum, that continuum between the two. And spiritually, I'm not sure that's a bad thing. I think that we often rush into things, and I guess this is probably true for the country and the church writ large too. We don't like a sense of uneasiness or things not being resolved, things being up in the air, and as a result, we sometimes rush to make a decision that we don't need to rush into. We we latch on to something. Oh, this is going to be the solution. Oh, this will help me to feel better. Oh, this is the way to look at that. Oh, this is how I can, fill in the blank. And instead of doing that, I think it would behoove us to just lie between the two states for a little while longer. Because then when it's time. When your body's ready to get up, right? I do. If I acknowledge it and just lie there and say, thank you. Often I use that time for prayer. Today it was just striking, I think, because it was longer than usual. Maybe I had a weekend that tired me out more, I'm not sure. But I tossed that out there today to see, what do you think? I think living with the discomfort, or it's not always discomfort, just uncertainty, is really hard. And we don't know yet what's going to happen with the pandemic. We don't know what the world is going to look like. We don't know what this nation will be like. We don't know how churches are going to be affected by 17 months of not being together, or however many it was for you. We just don't know. And a lot of people want to say that they know, and a lot of people want things to be the way they were, which is not going to happen. And I think back to last March and April of 2020, when I said to people, listen, we're still going to be doing this a year from now, I'm afraid. And first I was saying in the fall, it will be the fall before we're back together. And then it will be, oh, no, it's going to be next spring or summer. And I took some nasty looks from me, from some of you for that, because you didn't want to hear it. Well, I didn't want it to be so either, but it seemed to be in my thinking that that's how things were going to play out. I wasn't exactly right, but I was close. And I think the same is true now as I observe the nation and the churches and our own lives. We really want to hurry to get back to how we know to do things, and we just can't rush it. We shouldn't rush it. We can rush it, and it will perhaps go in the opposite direction. So I'm here to exhort you into patience. Patience in the in-between time. And if you think about it, that's what life all is. It's between the now and the not yet. It is between here and the hereafter. We live in the in-between time. So today I invite you, when you're feeling that sort of stress, if you are, or a rush to resolve things, you just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remember it's okay to be in the in-between time. Spirit meets us there. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for joining me for this time. It's Prayerful Pause with the Pastor, and I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time, and God bless. Bye for now.